Welcome to Ocean Chick Films.
Hey guys, welcome to Ocean Chicks Films. I'm your host, Karen, and tonight we're going to do a brand new deep dive movie review. But first, what'd you think of my new jingle? That little tune was created for me by my friend, Todd McGorry of Max Washington Songs. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I love the sound. I think it really suits the channel and the brand. So anyway, I'll have his links in the description box below. Go check him out. You know, he's got some pretty cool stuff going on his channel. Next thing I want to say is Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Hope you guys are having a really nice day. And today's video is a special one because it's a viewer request. And my friend, Ben Heyman, who was in the indie cult classic Attack of the Killer Donuts, suggested to me that I review this one. So it's My Bloody Valentine 3D from 2009. And I thought, yeah, sure, Ben, I'll do that. And perfect, I thought, as a Valentine's movie and for a Valentine's Day review. So that's what I'm gonna do. Anyhow, I love this movie. It's super twisted. There's messed up relationships, bloody hearts mixed with chocolate. You know, it doesn't get any better than that for Valentine's Day, I think. All right, so this is the 2009 remake of the 1981 classic film, My Bloody Valentine. So let's have a look at the plot in case you guys haven't seen it or you need a refresher. My Bloody Valentine 3D from 2009. 10 years earlier, an inexperienced coal miner named Tom Hanniger causes an accident that kills 5 men and puts a 6th, Harry Warden, in a coma. A year later, on Valentine's Day, Harry wakes up and murders 22 people with a pickaxe. Before dying, Tom returns home haunted by the past, while a pickaxe-wielding killer in a miner's mask, who may be the ghost of Harry, comes back to claim Tom and his friends. Directed by Patrick Lussier, starring Jensen Ackles, Jaime King, Betsy Rue Kerr Smith. So yeah, this one's in 3D. It was an R-rated 3D too back in the day when it was put out in theaters, so that's pretty crazy. There's lots of kills. It's really fast-paced, super fun. I really enjoyed it. To me, it's classic 90s and super cool. It's got a great cast too, quite a big cast. We've got Jensen Ackles from Supernatural, of course, which another show I loved. And but I remember him from Days of Our Lives. Do you guys remember him there? That's where I first found him and then followed him. But yeah, he's really good in this. We've also got Jaime King, who was in Silent Night, Betsy Rue, who's in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, Kerr Smith, Final Destination, and then veteran actors Tom Atkins, who was in Halloween 3, The Fog, and on and on and on it goes. He's been in a lot of stuff. And Kevin Teague, who is in Emergency. You know, it's funny, when I watched this, I was like, where do I know that guy from? He looks so familiar. How do I know? And then I looked it up and I was like, oh yeah, okay, I get that. Emergency, he was in Roadhouse and K9 and Another 48 Hours and lots of really good stuff. So it's a really great cast that come together in this one. So just so you know, I'm not going to have any spoilers in this review because if you haven't seen it yet, which some of you might not have, you might have only seen the original, you know, I don't want to spoil it for you. We'll talk about a couple of things, but I'll leave the ending and all of that out because it's pretty plot twisty. But I gotta say, the kills are epic. Like, they're over the top epic. And if you watch in 3D, so crazy, so gross. And it just, the momentum keeps going fast the whole way through, so it's a lot of fun. And there's practical and digital effects in it, so, you know, because they're doing the 3D stuff. But you can watch it in 2D. It comes across perfectly fine, too. And you still get the same kind of jump scare effect going on, so really, really good. I'd really love to talk in detail about the kills because some of them are just so crazy, but I'll keep it spoiler-free. Only big question I have is, why do they keep going back into the damn mine? Everybody dies when they go into the mine. Just saying. So now let's talk about the killer. His weapon of choice is a pickaxe. Very scary. He seems to have like supernatural powered strength, you know, so you kind of wonder if maybe he's like demonic or something, or whether it's an actual person doing the killings and stuff. And then of course he wears the classic miner's mask over his face, which is pretty cool too, very scary. But yeah, it's not slow like a zombie crawl kind of movie. It's like really fast-paced kills, so it's very tense, very, very tense. So the killer kills people and then cuts out their hearts and puts the bloody heart into a heart-shaped box of chocolates, right? Because it's Valentine's. So perfectly fitting for this time of year. And I think that's really gross and really cool, actually. While this movie has had mixed reviews, to good reviews actually, it did pretty good. It had like a $14 million budget and it made over $100 million in the box office, so that's not bad. That's pretty good. And I don't know, watching it years later, I think it was fun to watch, actually. That would make a good watch party if anyone wants to do that one. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So like I said, I think it was one of the first R-rated 3D movies that was released in a lot of theaters at once, so that's pretty neat to know. I didn't realize that, but that's pretty neat to know. And it was put out there, which is probably why it did so well. But it's gone now to DVD and Blu-ray, that kind of thing. But I might get a copy of it actually, because I feel like it would be one that I could watch over and over. I don't know, I'll think about that. So Jensen plays this Tom Hanniger, this mine worker who was young and inexperienced, and years before he went into the mine and accidentally caused this big accident that killed a whole whack of people. And then in turn his boss was with him, and the boss was there was an explosion and the boss was put into a coma for some time, and then I guess the boss comes out of the coma and kills people, like a whole bunch of people get killed. And Jensen is traumatized by the whole thing and then takes off for like 10 years and then comes back to this town, this old mining town, where all of his, you know, ex-girlfriend and friends and everybody still are, because he's wanting to just get rid of the mine because he has shares in it and he wants to sell it. And so he's come back to town, and but how things fire back up again and people start getting killed, and they're wondering what's going on because the original guy is supposed to be dead. So they don't know what's happening, or they think he's come back to life, or that he never actually really died, or something to that effect. Anyways, and there's lots of weird romance kind of stuff going on. So Jensen's character and his girlfriend were together, but they broke up, and then he booked it, right, to get out of town, because he couldn't handle the ramifications of all the deaths and everything happening. And she ends up marrying one of the friends in the group, who they've always been kind of hostile towards each other. Marries him. That guy becomes a cop. He's a bit of a womanizer kind of guy. He's cheating on her and stuff like that. But they have a kid together, a son. And then, you know, Jensen comes back, and, you know, it's all kinds of tension and fighting and anger and frustration and everybody accusing each other, and very, very plot twisty, very, very fun. Lots of really cool kills in this one. So then we've got our veteran actors. The other actors are kind of playing like high school kids hanging out together kind of thing. And then they get older, but they're still young. And then we have our veteran actors, Tom Atkins and Kevin Teagan. Tom plays the sheriff. And Kevin plays, I think, a friend, like his name's Ben, anyway. So they kind of pull the whole movie together because you have these veteran actors that you kind of are well known, and it helps give that kind of generational thing going on. Like, so there's that 10-year gap from old to new, and I think that having them in there really makes it a really developed story, and you really get invested in the characters. So I think that was really cool. Another thing that does this is it was all shot in Pennsylvania apparently, but they did a lot of on-site location filming, so that's really cool. Like, they used the police station there. There's an old mine that's closed up. They used that. They have like a local grocery store, like just places like that. So that I love when they film like that, because it's just so cool knowing those places are out there. It's not just done on a studio stage set. So I love that, and it would be cool to travel around to that area. I think things were in a few different cities, but or towns, but still it was all in that area, and it'd be cool to go there and visit all those locations just to see where it was filmed. I think that would be really neat, but adds to the whole just loveliness of the film, actually. I think. Can I call a bloody slasher film lovely, though? I don't know. I do. So this movie came out the same weekend that Gran Torino came out, and Paul Blart Mall Cop, both movies I like. Gran Torino, though, I gotta revisit that one. I haven't seen that one in a long time. But yeah, so it came out with those 3 movies, and it placed 3rd among those movies, so it didn't do that bad. So yeah, lots of gruesome kills, and there's 1 or 2 parts that are pretty cool where there's like been this massacre of people. There's bodies laying everywhere, and there's like blood, and just so well done, because they did use prosthetics and stuff, so practical effects as well as some digital stuff, and so just really gruesome and really cool. That alone, I think all the kills, I would want to watch it again for that, just to study them a bit more, because I find that fascinating. I love that when they pull that off really well, and they really do here. And there are lots of jump scares, but they're kind of fun, and I think 3D just elevates that a little bit. But like I said, you can totally watch it in 2D and you'll enjoy it. I'm not going to do a video comparison this time with the original 1981 movie, just because this video will get to be too long. I'll do that another time. I'll do a separate review for that one. But yeah, so I loved it. I highly recommend it. So for my review, I'm going to give it 4 shark bites out of 5, because I think it was really fun. It's a little different from what I've been reviewing lately with the supernatural horror, but it kind of isn't. But that's all I'm going to say. So anyhow, I just want to say, hey Ben, thank you so much for telling me to watch this, because it was really fun. It really, really was. And happy Valentine's Day. So that's about it. And if you haven't yet, go check out Attack of the Killer Donuts, because that's like classic, man. That's a classic horror movie. You gotta watch that. It's on Tubi still, I think, for you to watch. So, but anyhow, check it out. It's really, really great. Ben's really cool too, and you know, always be on the lookout for new stuff that he's doing, because he's going to be doing some stuff in the future too. I'll definitely talk about it here if he'll allow me to. And don't forget to go check out Max Washington songs. I will have him linked in the description box below. And I just want to say big thank you to Todd for creating my little music intro, because that is so cool. I'm so honored that you did that for me, and yeah, it's so fitting. I just love it. Very haunting. Alright, so let me know in the comment section below whether you loved this movie, whether you hated it, whether you think I'm crazy, whether you agree with me, and any other tidbits of trivia that you know from this movie. I'd love to chat with you about it in the comment section. You know that I love chatting with you. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, because it helps me out a lot, and subscribe to the channel for more of these movie reviews. Viewer requests I'm always taking. You can flip me a message over on Instagram if you want, or put it down in the comments below. And if it's something that will fit and I'm interested, I might review it and I will shout you out. I just want to say happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I hope that you're having a really, really nice day, and just eat lots of chocolate. That makes everything better. And I will see you guys again next time. Bye, guys.